So I'm gonna try to change out these gas lift shocks on who we call Yukon Cornelius, our new GMC Yukon that we bought. I ordered some. Hopefully they're the right ones and they'll go on really easy. Hopefully it's not too big a job. So as you can tell, they're just a touch longer. Let's see if I can get a better angle on that. So sun's kind of in the way. Anyway, they're just a little bit longer, so it might be kind of a chore getting them on. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to try to take these clips out right here. I'm going to use my handy dandy screwdriver. And hopefully this doesn't fall on me. Maybe I'll get the other one out first. Don't want to run over those clips. Anyway, so we'll see if we can get one off. Like I thought, it started to fall. We can get this on. So you just gotta pop them in because they already have the clips, and then we're gonna see if we can't preload it a little bit. I think these are a little stiffer than the ones that were on there. Alright, so we had to take the other side off over here. We did the same process, just pulled those clips real quick, and we had to pull that other side because these ones are just a touch longer. So anyway, now that they're the same, pretty much the same, pop on and voila, doesn't fall on your head. Pretty fantastic. Grab my screwdriver and we're all done. Okay, so I'm going to explain a little bit more about putting those lift supports on the rear lift gate on the Yukon. We ended up having to take both sides off because those new lift supports were just a little bit longer, and so with one being longer, they're actually quite a bit stronger than what you might think. I want to say that these are 100-pound lifts because the difference in angle is so little. They got to be pretty strong, and I was not, usually you can collapse them a little bit. I was not able to collapse them at all. They were really strong, so we ended up having to take off both sides, and then I could get the one side on. It was kind of funny because the door kind of dropped on my wife a little bit. Anyway, I didn't get a ton of content on it, but hopefully you could see enough to do it if you had to. You just take off the clips, pop them off. The new ones already have the clips installed. Pop them back on and you're good to go. Not banging your head anymore. So my dad called me and he dropped off the tire yesterday, and they found out that the rim had been welded on, and they were just going to put a tube in it. It already had a tube in it. The inside of that rim was obviously pretty rusty, and so they were just going to put another tube in it. Well, my dad went to go pick it up, and they said that, I guess for liability purposes or whatever the situation, they weren't going to use that rim because it had been welded on and compromised. So they were supposed to get a tube for us, and they didn't. I don't know if it just didn't come in or if they just didn't want to deal with it, because they weren't going to be able to mount the tire for us. So my dad had to go to Phoenix today, and didn't really want to, but we are going to Sholo to pick up that tire so that we can work on it this weekend. It's holiday weekend, New Year's Eve, so hopefully we can get our backhoe back in service before Monday or Tuesday. He's going to try to pick up a tube in Phoenix while he's down there, so that'll be good if he can get that. Anyway, we are trying to go get that tire and rim, and hopefully my dad can get the tube and we'll get it all together. It'll be interesting. It shouldn't be too hard to get it back on, but every time I say something shouldn't be too hard, it always ends up being like 180% harder than it should be. So we'll see how it goes. Well, we were not able to get the tire. Apparently everybody left early for New Year's. They had told my dad that they were not closing early for New Year's, but they were gone when we got there. Nothing we could do about it. No backhoe tire for at least until Monday. So we decided to stop in, get some treats for New Year's, and call it a day. Got a little bit of cheese and crackers, chips and salsa, and Happy New Year!